Lamine Yamal is the perfect example of everything Cristiano Ronaldo tried to warn us about. He saw it coming. Nobody else did.
I see huge potential, great talent. He need luck because he's very young.
In 18 months, that same boy became two things at once: the most protected name in football and the most exposed body in it.
I hope he not gets some problems.
He's a phenomenon, but in the same way, it's a little bit of a shame. This is not a story about a player who failed. It's a story about a boy so good everyone forgot he was still a child, a boy carrying a man's weight. And it starts with a sentence almost nobody took seriously. Lamine Yamal forced his way into the Barcelona first team, purely because he was that good. He arrived at La Masia at 7 years old, and he raced through the academy faster than anyone of his generation. Nobody had to wait for him, he simply appeared. April 2023, 15 years, 9 months, 16 days old. He debuts for the first team against Real Betis. That broke a club record standing since 1922. Left-footed, fearless. No fear of the moment, and no idea what was coming. Exactly the type of player modern football is missing. Xavi gave him his first minutes, and the potential was obvious from the start. He didn't look nervous. He looked like he belonged. By that October, he was the youngest goal scorer in La Liga history. Then he kept going. By the next summer, the youngest player and youngest scorer in the history of the Euros. He was 16, still in school, already rewriting the record books. Lamine Yamal, how good is he? We expect everything from him. Days after his 17th birthday, he was a European champion, young player of the tournament. And here's where the trap was already being built. Greatness this early doesn't buy you patience. It only raises the price of everything that comes next. Now, here's what matters most. The man who was supposed to be the rival became the only honest adult in the room. September 2024. Ronaldo sits with Rio Ferdinand. He's asked about the boy everyone calls the future, and he doesn't hesitate.
I believe that he's gonna do it. He's gonna be the best players for this new generation.
He's got huge potential. I think he'll make it. He will be the best player of this new generation. This is crucial because it disarms the whole story. The greatest goal scorer the game has seen wasn't jealous of Lamine Yamal. He believed in him completely. But in the same breath, he said something nobody clipped, nobody repeated, nobody put on a thumbnail.
He need luck because he's very young.
He needs luck because he is very young. I hope he doesn't have any problems. He is in a context that helps him a lot. He named it the youth, the luck, the injuries. A full year before any of it happened. He saw the whole thing coming, and the world heard the praise. They celebrated the praise. Then they skipped the warning entirely. Then came Munich, the Nations League final. Portugal against Spain, the old king against the new prince. Exactly the clash everyone wanted. And Yamal disappeared. Nuno Mendes smothered him for 90 minutes. Frustrated and stifled, he was subbed before the shootout. Then he tore off his runners-up medal the second the whistle went. This was the moment a lesser man would gloat. Ronaldo had just beaten him. He had every reason to twist the knife. Instead, he stood in front of the cameras, and he did something strange.
Sí, la verdad que el niño está haciendo las cosas muy bien. Está en un club que le ayuda bastante. Está en una selección que le ayuda.
Lamine is going to win a lot. He's a phenomenon. He's 17. Please, leave him alone. I have to ask you to let him be. Please, leave him alone. Think about how strange that is. The rival, the one man with no reason to be kind, was begging the world to protect him. Everyone else was about to do the opposite. If a rival pleading for mercy already has you hooked, you'll want to stick around, because what comes next is darker. Subscribe if you want the stories nobody else is telling. Now, why did Ronaldo say it? To understand why Ronaldo said that, you have to understand what Ronaldo actually is. This is the biggest misunderstanding about him. People look at Yamal and see a gift from the heavens, the same way they once looked at the young Ronaldo. But Ronaldo never trusted the gift. He said the same thing for 20 years. To anyone who'd listen, no matter how much talent you have, if you don't have discipline, it is worth nothing. Talent is not enough anymore. His old coach, Felipe Scolari, put it bluntly. The most talented player he ever coached might not be Ronaldo at all, but the dedication is what makes him who he is. That's the whole philosophy in one line. The talent is the cheap part. The surviving is the skill. And then there's the line that sounds almost prophetic now. Place it next to a teenager throwing a 200-guest party. This generation of kids, they have everything easy. They don't sacrifice a lot to get what they want. He wasn't talking about Yamal. He never had to be. Because everything Ronaldo ever said about young players describes exactly what was about to surround this one. And the most chilling part? Barcelona had seen this film before. They knew the ending. They cast the lead role anyway. His name was Ansu Fati. He broke through at 16 in 2019. He smashed youngest scorer records. He was anointed the natural heir to Lionel Messi. Barcelona were so certain of him that they handed him the most sacred object in the building, the number 10 shirt, the moment Messi left. Then the injuries came, one after another. Knee, then muscle, then knee, season after season. By 2024, he was a ghost in his own club. 11 appearances, 291 minutes, 0 goals. By the summer of 2025, he was loaned out to Monaco. His Barcelona story was over before he turned 23. Too much was demanded of him too quickly, in expectations and physically. And here's the beat that should stop you cold. When Fati left, that number 10 wasn't retired. It wasn't rested. It went straight to Lamine Yamal. He's wearing the exact shirt that broke the last boy they called the next Messi. Messi to Fati to Yamal. The shirt always seems to want a sacrifice. And then Ronaldo's warning stopped being philosophy. It became a medical report. Start with one number. By his 18th birthday, Yamal had played 8,158 senior minutes, around 130 senior matches. To see how insane that is, look at who comes near him. Jude Bellingham, 6,000. Gavi, around 4,000. Pedri, under 4,000. Andres Iniesta, a Barcelona immortal, had managed just 40 appearances by the same age. No elite footballer in the modern game is close. Not one. So FIFPro did something they'd never done with a teenager before. They built a 51-page report partly around his body. A players' union, using one boy as the warning sign. It's certainly alarming. To expose them to that load is almost certainly to expose them to greater injury risk. Then the warning came true. September 2025, pubalgia, a chronic groin injury, the curse of every winger who twists and bursts for a living. And his own manager, Hansi Flick, refused to stay quiet about how it happened.
No, he will not be available. So it's for me it's a pity because it's he go to the national team with pain. He trained nothing with the national team. He got pain killers for playing. They 3 goals in every match. They have 3 goals ahead. He played 79 and 73 minutes against Bulgaria. Between the matches, he doesn't train, or he didn't train. And this is not to taking care about players.
A club manager publicly accusing the national team of harming a teenager. That doesn't happen, and by El Clasico in October, a doctor said the injury had cut his movement and shooting by 50%. Think about that. You watched a hobbled genius at the Bernabeu, and you didn't even know it. He was already breaking, in plain sight, while 2 of the best teams on earth fought over who got to use him. But the body was only half of it. The noise was climbing too, and the noise was louder than anything Messi faced at the same age. His 18th birthday should have been a celebration. Instead, the lavish, mafia-themed party became a government matter. Officials called for an investigation into the entertainment he hired. He inherited Messi's number 10. His relationship with the singer Nicki Nicole became public property. He got his own signature boot. The fame was outrunning his trophy count, outrunning his experience, outrunning his body. And the world wouldn't let him be his own player. Every week, the same 2 names pressed down on him. Comparing him to Messi and Ronaldo is too much right now. You risk erasing his own personality. Yamal heard it too, and his answer showed he understood the trap better than the people setting it. Players like Cristiano Ronaldo did what they did because they wanted to be themselves, not compare themselves to others. He was even careful with the ego. Asked if he'd declare himself the best, the way Ronaldo once did, he refused. He was openly avoiding the reputation that once followed Ronaldo around. He was studying how not to be seen like CR7, even as the one thing that could save him was Ronaldo's discipline. He wanted to avoid the man, but he needed the method. That's the irony at the center of this whole story. So here's the honest question, the one that decides everything. Which road is Lamine Yamal on? The game shows you both. Kylian Mbappe was hyped just as hard at 18. He survived the weight of it. He became one of the best players on the planet. It can go right. The map exists. But the other road is crowded. Ansu Fati, Bojan Krkić, Alexandra Pato. Boys who carried the same impossible expectations, the same comparisons, That's what Ronaldo understood. That's what his whole career was secretly teaching. Every brutal morning, every sacrifice, every meal he turned down, every boring, disciplined choice nobody filmed. Survival isn't luck. It's a skill, and almost nobody talks about it until it's too late. So we arrive at the big what if. What happens if the people around him had actually listened? What if the minutes had been managed? What if the painkillers had been a red line, not a routine? What if somebody, anybody, had treated please, leave him alone as an instruction, not a soundbite? He's still only 18. It's not too late. The talent is so absurd that one healthy season could erase every worry in this video. But one thing is already clear. Whatever comes next. The map was always there. Ronaldo handed it to him without ever handing it over. Obsession over comfort. Discipline over gifts. Protect the body. Ignore the noise. Be yourself, not the next anyone. Cristiano Ronaldo never said Lamine Yamal's name as a warning. But he didn't have to, because everything Ronaldo ever told young players describes exactly what's happening to Yamal right now. And if it all goes wrong, he'll become the greatest proof that Ronaldo was right and that nobody listened. Ronaldo isn't the only one who saw it coming. We went back through the legends who actually lifted the trophy. The men who warned us about exactly this and got ignored every single time. It's called every World Cup winner that warned us and we ignored them. Same pattern, bigger names. It's on screen now. And if you want more stories where one quote predicts an entire career, subscribe. That's the whole channel. We'll see you in the next one.